Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Brotherton. How are you guys this morning? Happy to be Friday. We are going to make a game today. So let's make a game, all right? This is a number game, and we're going to practice our addition facts, 1 through 5. That's what my board is set up for, but you can make it 1 through 10 if you'd like. And so what I did was I'm using things that you can find at your house. So I have an empty cereal box. I bet we've been going through a lot of those lately. And so I've got a cereal box here. And what I did was I made a little board. And what I did was I have a start. And I drew this with a marker, but you could use your crayons. And I drew my board. And then I marked off little sections. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's read this with me. Go back 1. So then you'd have to go back 1 if you landed on that. So 5, and then I went through 1 through 5, and then I'm going backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, up until I get to this one. It says move ahead 1, and then 1, 3, 5 using odd numbers, then 2, 4 even numbers, and then I come back to here. It makes it a little more fun if you say go back 2, and then 1, and then that's the end. That's where the finish is, and everybody wins. So there's our board game, okay? There's our board. And so some other things that you're going to need is you're going to need a 10 frame because you're going to show that addition sentence on a 10 frame. So what I did was I took another scrap piece of paper, and if you look, see I made a mistake, so I cut off my mistake because I had a 12 frame instead of a 10 frame to begin with. So I cut that off, and I used a ruler so that it looks kind of neat. And so I cut that off. I don't need that anymore. And I made my 10 frame. You can use manipulatives on this 10 frame like we've used before. You can use a different set of different types of manipulatives. You can use your Legos, and you can use other things for your board so that you can show the number problem. Or if you happen to have large baggies at home, I took an old baggie that I found, and I can put the 10 frame inside, and then I can make it a marker board. And so you have your own marker board, and if you have dry erase markers, you can use that to show your number sentences and use and draw out how you would do that. So like, for example, if I land on the number 4, I can show that 4 is 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. And then I can write that down here at the bottom. 3 plus 1 equals 4. See? And then that way, when I'm finished, I can take my paper towel, I can wipe it off, and I'm ready to play somebody else. Somebody else can have another turn, is what I mean. Okay, so what you'll need for the game, now that you've made your game board, what you need for the game is some players. So I just went around the house and picked up a bunch of things. So I have this lady from Harry Potter, and I have Hermione from Harry Potter, and I have a unicorn. Looks an red unicorn. And Lego people, so I can use this Lego person. I can use that Lego person. I can use Squidward. And I also found this. It's a pencil sharpener, but it can be used as a game piece too. And then what else you will need is you will need one of your die or your die from the time before. And you're going to use it twice. The first time you're going to use it is you're going to use it to roll where you're going to land. So let's see how do we want to play? Let's do it this way. So you put your board down and you pick your people. So I'm going to do Flamingo Lady, and I lost her Flamingo, and Squidward. So I'm going to put them here. I need a little base for Squidward. So anyway, so we're going to roll the cube, and I got a 2. So I'm going to move to the 2. And then I'm going to show people how I can make 2 on my board. So I can take my board, and I can use, you can use the manipulatives. So I'm going to show it as 1 plus 1. There we go. And then I can write my sentence. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay? And then that's the end of my turn. And then the other person rolls the cube. and they moved 2 to 2, and then they can find another way of making 2. So another way of making 2 is 2 and 0 more, so 2 plus 0 equals 2. Okay, so you see how I did that? I'll move that up a little bit so you can see it. So then you just keep playing. So this time, I'm going to move 2 places, 1, 2, but then I land on the 4, see? So I've landed on 4, and now I have to show how to make 4. So I'm going to erase my board, or if you don't have these things, then you can take a piece of notepad, and you can write your turns. So we have player 1, player 2. You can make your own little scoreboard, and like before I did 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then the other person did 2 plus 0 equals 2. And then you can do it that way as well. So here I landed on 4. So let's say I don't have a plastic thing. So I'm going to put 2 and 2 more equal 4. So my turn would say 2 plus 2 equals 4. I would put that there. Or if I was playing with the plastic board, with our little marker board that we've created, I would have 2 plus 2 equals 4. And you keep playing the game like that until you get the first person to get to the end is the winner. And then you can play again. And you could probably also do it with subtraction, to practice subtraction too. If you land on any number, what can you subtract to that it would equal to 2? And I could say 4 take away 2 is 2. So I could do it with subtraction as well. But right now I just want everybody to practice. It's been a while since we've practiced our addition facts. So this is a fun little game to do with addition to 5. And so I hope you have fun playing the game. If you play the game, take a picture and send it to your teacher. Show them how you made your board. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye-bye.